If you feel like it takes forever to create even one design to sell in your Etsy shop, it isn't because you're bad at designing, it's because you're starting from scratch every single time. Today, I'm going to show you how to work smarter, not harder, using one platform to create 20, yes, 20 competitive on-trend designs, how to change up the prompt, remove the background, upscale, and save everything, all in just a few clicks. And this will work no matter if you have a print on demand or a digital shop. Hey there, and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Dania. I'm a top 1% seller on Etsy, and I did that in just about a year. Now I teach others here on my channel and in my online private group, the Done For You Niche Club, how to do the same. So without any further ado, let's get into it. And to make this a lot easier, we're gonna hop over into my group to grab a niche that I dropped this week. This one in particular is a vintage hen and nest PNG. And I'm going to scroll down a little bit past the real life Etsy examples, the competition, the titles, the tags. And I'm gonna come right down here to the prompt. I'm gonna go ahead and copy the prompt, and now we're gonna get into the fun part. Earlier, I mentioned we're going to be using one platform to do everything today, and that platform is Kittl. I have been an avid user of Kittl since 2023 in both my digital download and my print on demand shops. Complete game changer. I'm currently on the homepage and we can see the images here. Those are their templates, which are incredible, especially if you're brand new to selling on Etsy, or you're brand new to graphic design, you're brand new to all of that. Their templates are a great place to start. But we're going to be using my favorite feature, which is the AI image generator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the top right and click New Project, and we're going to have a new window open up. From here, we can determine how big or how small we want our project to be. You can see here that they have different templates here for you where the dimensions are already predetermined, which is very helpful and can save a bit of time. Now, because we're doing a PNG today, I'm going to use the same dimensions that I use for all of my PNGs in my digital download and my print on demand shop. And so I'm going to come over here to the right hand side, and I'm going to change the width from 1200 to 4500, and I'm going to change the height from 1200 to 5400. And then I want to make sure that my unit will remain pixels. And then the DPI, I'm going to change it from the default of 72 to 300 and then click create. Okay, we have our project open. I am going to click the word artboard at the top left. And you can see on the far right that we can confirm the dimensions of 4500 by 5400 pixels. If those numbers are different for whatever reason, you would just go in and type in your dimensions. But we have our first artboard ready to go. And because we're going to be creating 20 designs today, I want to make sure I have 20 artboards, which might sound crazy, but it'll all come together at the end. So I'm going to make sure that my artboard number 1 is already highlighted, and we have that. And I'm going to come right here to the duplicate button and click that, and we have a second artboard. I'm going to click that again, duplicate, and now we have a third artboard. You would do this for however many designs you wanted to create. I'm back with all 20 artboards created. Let me go ahead and zoom out so you can see I have all 20 there. Now we're going to get into the really fun part. We're going to begin creating our images. I'm going to come right down here to the bottom, and when I click into it, you see how the window expanded. We're going to look at a few things here. Number 1, we have the generate image tab, which is where we're going to begin. And then we have the remix image tab, which we're going to get into in a little bit. I'm going to click back over to the generate image tab. And then down here, you see that we have the style. So I'm going to click there, and we have a featured style section, which is plenty to choose from, but that isn't even everything because Kittl gives you so much. We have a clip art section, and then we have the vector section. We have a pattern section here. So if you happen to do digital papers or even tumbler wrap, I would give that a try. We have a photography style. I mean, it goes on and on. I love it. It's a lot of fun. Then we have the logo type style. We have the artistic style. And then finally, we have typography. And I want to begin by pasting in the prompt that I grabbed from my group. Okay, so I have the prompt entered. I'm not going to change anything about the prompt. But what I do want to do is I want to come down here to the AI image generator. Right now, I have it on ChatGPT 1.5 HD, but I do want to change that. I've really been having a lot of fun with Nano Banana Pro. However, you can see there are so many AI image generators, all within Kittl. I think it's a really good way to get a good bang for your buck because you're getting multiple image generators under one platform without having to pay for them individually. but I have really been enjoying Nano Banana Pro, so I do want to try that out to begin with. And for the style, I'm going to click that button and I want to go to featured, and I want to begin with smooth ink, which is what I used in the group. So I'll click smooth ink. And then one thing I want to show you before I move on is coming right down here to the auto apply model. You can toggle it on, toggle it off. Basically, if you have it turned on and you pick a particular art style, Kittl will change it to match that assigned AI image generator. And if it is turned on and I click smooth ink, for example, it'll default me to Nano Banana Pro because that is the style for that assigned generator. If we do Tropic Folk, it'll change my image generator from Nano Banana Pro, which is what I'm currently using, over to Seed Dream 4 and so on. But I like to have mine off. I find that I really like the results I get by having it turned off. And then here you can change your ratio. Currently it'll default to a 1:1 ratio, but feel free to make any changes that you want. And then here you can click the number of images that you received by putting in this prompt. You can get 1, 2, 3, or 4 images. I tend to do 4. Just know that I will use a little bit more credits, but you're gonna have more than enough credits anyway. So I do 4 images, and then I do like to keep mine on private, but again, it's a personal preference. And now I will click generate, and those are currently generating. Now, one thing that's really cool too is you can have multiple iterations and versions going at the same time, but for the video, I just want to keep us focused on one generation. So I will be right back when those are done. These are done and they're so cute. I love them. Let's see, you know, I zoomed in a little bit. Actually, that's okay. We have the first image here. How cute. These all came out adorable. I love it. Okay, this one might actually be my favorite. I really, really like that. Now, let me show you how to remix it. We're going to come right down here again, and we're going to make our way over to the Remix Image tab. And I want to change something about it. Let's change the color palette. So I'm going to type in, make the color palette more retro. And I am intentionally keeping it very basic and a little vague because I want you to see how easy it is to take the prompt and make it your own and be creative and have fun with it. So I'm just going to put, make the color palette more retro. And then I'm going to make sure everything else down here is what I want, and it is. So I'll click generate, and I'll be back when those are done. Okay, we are back with our more retro type of color palette. It kept the main concept of the design, which is what I wanted, but it did make it a little bit more retro, which I love. Now I want to remix it one more time, and I'm going to just click, I'm going to click the same one that I clicked before. We're going to come right down here again. We are going to remain under the Remix Image tab, and I'm going to just delete all the other ones here because I don't want it to use all of them as inspiration. We're just going to keep one. Now I want to make it more cartoon style. And again, I'm not changing anything with the prompt. Click generate. And again, I am keeping it intentionally vague and not overthinking it. So I'll come back when those 4 are done. Okay, our cartoon style ones are done, and I think it came out really cute. Let me zoom in and show you how that looked. That's really cute. Because I really like the more cartoon style, what I want to do is I want to pick one that's my favorite, and I'll click this one over here on the far right. I'm going to come back down here to the bottom, and now we're going to change it up a little bit more, and I want the hen to be wearing sunglasses. So I'm going to type, make the hen wearing oversized sunglasses, and I'm still being a little bit vague with it. You can tell it to make it wearing pink sunglasses or aviator, whatever you want to do, but I want to keep it pretty simple. So I will click generate. I'll be right back when those are done. Okay, now those are done and they're very cute. Let me go ahead and zoom in a bit. Yeah, these are really cute. I love all of them. And I like that the AI image generators with Kittl, they know not to change it up too much. I don't want to have drastically different images. These come out really cute. I love that one. I actually love all of these. Now we're going to take it a little bit further and we are going to change up the art style. So I'm going to come right back down here, that the prompt is still there. So I'm going to click style. I'm going to keep my auto apply model off because I want to see what we can get. So now I want to think about what type of art style I want. And you know what? I want to do vector. Those are really good for print on demand and digital because you get really clean, clear images. There were so many to choose from, but I want to go with retro pop vector. I've actually never tried that one, so I'm curious to see what results we get, and I'll be back when those are done. Okay, we are back with the retro pop vector style, and those came out okay. I'm not really in love with it, but I like where it was going, and I actually really like the red color palette over here on the right. and I like that muted brownish color palette too. Now, something really cool about Kittl, I mean, there are so many cool things about Kittl, but I want to show this to you. So I clicked the image here on the far left just to show you an example. Now on the far right, we have the colors that it picked up from that. You can change the colors right then and there. You can do it individually. So I'll click here, I'll click the brown color, and I'll change it to a color so you can see the difference. I just did purple, and it changed it to purple if you want. Another cool thing that I have done, that I've done on a few of my bestsellers actually, is I'll click a color and I will make it transparent. And that way, when the design is on a tote bag or a t-shirt or sweatshirt, the color of that clothing item will show through, which is a really cool feature, and customers do tend to like it. You can also come back over here, click it again, and then come back over to the right and then click Browse Color Palettes, and you can change the color palettes. You can see as I hover over it, the image itself is changing colors. We're gonna do that pink color here, which is really cute. I like that one. Very, very cute and easy, just a few clicks. The way Kittl is set up, and something I appreciate about them too, is they're always doing things to improve the platform, and everything is so easy. You can do it in all just a few clicks. We have 20 really cute images to choose from. I wouldn't recommend using all 20 because some of them are pretty similar, but we have a great amount to choose from. So now what we're going to do is we're going to use the bulk features that Kittl has, which will save you so much time. So the first thing I want to do is I want to select everything. And if you wanted to delete the ones you don't want to keep, you can completely do that too. I'm going to just go ahead and select everything. And I'm going to click the remove background button here. And all 20 of those have their backgrounds deleted. Now what I want to do is select all 20 again. And we want to make sure that we're providing our customers with the highest quality images. So I want to upscale all 20. So I'll click the upscale button and I'll come back when all 20 of those are done. Okay, now that we have all of those upscaled, I'm going to now pick my favorites and then move them over to the artboards. Then I'll meet you over there. Okay, now I want to show you the final results here. So we have our first image that we generated, very cute. And I was using the original prompt from the group with no changes, using it as is, came out very cute. And then we have the vector one where we went in and we changed the color palette, and we have some transparent parts here. And you know what, let me show this to you really quick. Let me change the background color. I'll do black just so you can see that some of that is transparent, and just show you the other colors. Now imagine, let me do like a green color, give me 1 second. So imagine you had a green shirt or a green sweatshirt. We can see that the color of the clothing item will show through the design, which is a bit more of an elevated look. If I change it to like a blue purple color, you can see that the color shines through because we made one of those colors transparent, which is a really good hack. So let me go ahead and change the color back to white. So that was our vector where we changed the color. This one here is where we went in and added sunglasses to the hen. It's really cute, it's fun. And then here we have this iteration of it as well, and we used a different art style. I think we did the retro pop. It came out okay. It isn't my favorite, but I do like where it's going and the vibe of it. But that's another alternative, and I like the color palette change too. I think it's really cool. Then we have this one here. It isn't my best work. I wouldn't recommend you use it like this, but I did want to show you how I took the original. Let me move it over here to show you a little bit better. But I took the original that we had that here, and I duplicated it and I broke the items up to be their individual piece, and I made it into my own collage, which makes it even more elevated, more custom. I would fill this in a bit. I would add a few other things to it, but as you can see, each of these are their own individual item, and I just copied, made duplicates of the original design and just randomly put these on the artboard to make it my own and make it a bit more unique. You don't have to do that, but it is an easy way to be creative without having to overthink it too much. And now we're going to save all of our artboards. I'm going to come up here to the top right, click the download button for export. And then because we have multiple artboards here, it will default to download all of them as a zip folder. You can do that, or you can come through and pick which ones you want, but I want to do all 5. And then we want to make sure that the DPI goes back to the 300 DPI. And then we want to make sure that the background remains removed. And then let's optimize the quality while we're at it and make sure that we're saving that as a PNG, because remember, it is a hen and nest PNG. And then I'll click download. We're gonna hop over into my test Etsy shop, and I created a listing just so you can see how it all comes together. And so we have our design mocked up on a sweatshirt and a t-shirt. And I just grabbed the title from my group. One of the 3 titles, I just grabbed the first one and I popped in the tags as well from the group, and we have our listing. And just like that, we created really cute results using one platform. We created 20 different designs using one prompt, making a few different changes. We were able to remove the background on all of them, and we were able to upscale all of them. And we saved 5 from Kittl in just a few clicks. I'm hoping that you can see how one powerful platform like Kittl can really elevate your workflow and your design process and help you take forward movement action in your shop today. If you want to try out Kittl on your own, I'll have a link below in the description for you. The video on your screen right over here is a video that YouTube thinks you'll love, so I'll catch you over there. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye.